What's good? What's good? I'm back. Triple P, Paul Pickett podcast. Before I get started, I'm going to sip some of this orange juice. Y'all hit that click now, subscribe button in that right-hand corner. If you're on Instagram or Facebook, hit that follow. Don't forget the audio version goes to Spotify, Apple, Deezer, Amazon, TuneIn, Slacker, iHeartRadio, and a dozen other platforms as well. All right, we're going to get into it. NBA playoffs. I'm going to tell you what, man. I saw all the sports debaters and the sports analysts before the game. They all said if Trae Young can't go, the Hawks don't stand a chance. I'm really trying to figure out, did these guys really pay attention to basketball at all or not? I mean, like, are you really paying attention to the depth of the Hawks compared to the depths of the Bucks? Past three players, the Bucks ain't really got nobody that can score. Nobody that can really put up big numbers past three players. Man, the Hawks got Bogdanovich, Lou Williams, Gallinari, John Collins. Clint Capella could put up some decent numbers on any given night. You got Cam Reddish just came back. Cam Reddish put up 12 points in 20 minutes and 2 steals, a block. Everybody on the Bucks was in the negative last night. They were all negatives. Everybody at the Hawks were pluses. Oh, and Kevin Huerter. You got Kevin Huerter too. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that could put the ball in the basket and maybe not necessarily always create their own shots. But you got a lot of players. You got more than 3 players that can put the ball in the basket. The Bucks got 3 players. That's it. I just named past Trae Young being hurt. Gallinari, Bogdanovich, Lou Williams, John Collins, Kevin Huerter. Those are 5 dudes right there. We still got Clint Capella and Cam Reddish, who just came back. And DeAndre Hunter is hurt, who's a defensive specialist. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you got some rookie that they got. I can't even pronounce his name. He played last night, and he did pretty well. So the Hawks got a lot of good, talented players on there. Yes, some of them are young, but some of them, about 4 or 5 of them are pretty experienced, So I didn't just sit there and count the Hawks out without Trae Young. I didn't. And everybody else did. And look what the Hawks did without Trae Young. This is the thing. These are the Hawks have pro players too. Just because Trae Young is hurt doesn't mean that they ain't got pro players too. You gotta forget the Hawks had 0 All-Stars this year. 0 All-Stars this year. So what their top guy goes down. They're a team with no All-Stars that I think is going to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I got them in the Eastern Conference Finals because if Trae Young comes back next game, the Bucks don't stand a chance. And if Giannis is not playing next game, even if Trae Young don't come back, the Hawks will beat the Bucks if there's no Trae Young and no Giannis. So man, the Hawks. The people act like they've been paying attention what the Hawks been doing in the playoffs here. It wasn't just Trae Young. A lot of dudes been balling out for the Hawks, man. Kevin Huerter put up a 27-piece wing dinner, in the last game of the last series, Come on, man. They swept they pretty much gentlemen sweep through the first round. They easily handled, man, Philly, they handled Philly easily pretty much. Pretty much. Philly should have had that series won with those big leads. And besides that game when they came back, they pretty much have handled Philly this series. And the Bucks, the Hawks should have won last game if Trae Young doesn't get hurt. The Hawks should have won last game if Trae Young doesn't get hurt. So the Hawks should really be up 3-1 right now. They've outplayed the Bucks this series. Just like technically the Clippers should be up in their series because Paul George has been the best player in the Clippers series, Suns series. He's been the best player. He's outplayed Devin Booker. And all due respect, Devin Booker did break his nose and got a face mask that he's on. But excuses. One thing I don't allow in life is excuses. In my line of business, excuses ain't allowed. There's only thing allowed is solutions. So Devin Booker breaks his nose. What's the solution? Don't give no excuses because Devin Booker balled out last game. He put up, what, a 30-piece last game? So we can't act like he can't score because of the mask. Yeah, it's probably irritating and whatnot. But, excuse me. But, he's been outplayed. But, people need to stop underselling the Hawks. I know everybody's already, if they punch the Suns ticket, anybody's punching the Suns ticket. If they go against the Hawks, I know people are already punching the Suns ticket to win the finals. Like, the Hawks don't stand a chance. Past 3 players, the Suns don't got a lot of great night in, night out scorers. They just don't. Bridges is he's balling, but he's just one guy. Like, I could take past my top 3 in the Hawks. We still got 3 more guys that could. We got guys coming off the bench that could put up 20, 30 points on any given night. Lou Williams, Gallinari, I don't even know if Kevin Huerter is starting right now. I think he is, and we got at least 4 guys on the starting lineup that could put up a 20-piece any given night. You got 2 guys coming off the bench that could put up a 20-piece in any given night, and then you got cats like Cam Reddish and Clint Capella could put up 10, 15 every single night, and they give you some rebounds and some steals and some blocks. Cam Reddish could have came back at a better time. He could have came back at a better time, especially if the Hawks punch their ticket to the finals, because he'll get some PT in the finals. I guarantee that. Because the Hawks are playing elite. You got Trae Young, we got Huerter, we got Collins, we got Lou Williams, Gallinari, Bogdanovich, we got Clint Capella, we got Cam Reddish. That's 8 deep right there. And the Hawks are at least playing 9, 10 deep. So, don't forget to hit that subscribe button in the right-hand corner where it says click now. So, stop underselling the Hawks, man. The Hawks are deeper than the Bucks. The Bucks are bigger, more experienced. But the Hawks are deeper. The Hawks are deeper than... The only team that's as deep as the Hawks left is the Clippers. The Hawks are deeper than the Suns. I like Cam Johnson, man. He's from North Carolina. He's a transfer from Pittsburgh to North Carolina. But he ain't no Kevin Huerter. He ain't no John Collins. He ain't no Bogdanovich. He ain't no Lou Williams. He ain't no Gallinari, man. Stop it. And either is Bridges. And they got a lot of they got some young core pieces. Because Booker's under 25. DeAndre Ayton came in the league with Trae Young and Luka, which they've only been in the league. This is their 3rd year, I think. I could be wrong. Could be their 4th year. I think it's their 3rd year. Their 3rd year, and that could be amazing. We could literally have 2 teams in the finals where they literally got 2 top 3 draft picks from 3 years ago, as one being the main guy on one team and one being the third wheel. DeAndre Ayton's balling out right now. He's a very efficient player right now. Very efficient player right now. And being a big man, that's the best thing you could do is be efficient. So yeah, Ayton, that's the thing. You got literally, if the Suns and the Hawks go, you got like a 3rd-year rookie, being a big contributor or the biggest contributor of a championship team, man. You don't really see that too often. And Booker being below 75, below 75, below 25, man. Too early, man. I'm doing this podcast too early. I gotta start waking up a little bit more. I wouldn't need my orange juice while I do a podcast. So yeah, man. Stop underselling the Hawks. If Giannis don't come back, the Hawks are punching their ticket. Bucks can still win this series if Giannis is okay. They can still. I'm not counting the Bucks totally out. And if the Bucks go, I got the Bucks. I got whoever coming out the East winning, man. I'm sorry. If the Hawks beat the Sixers and the Bucks and went through the Knicks like easily, the top 3 defenses probably in the NBA right now. Like, come on, man. Like, they didn't go through no easy peasy. Like, the Suns had an easy peasy schedule. The Suns, if the Suns get there, it's like the Warriors the first year they won it. It was like star players were hurt the whole way there. Lakers, first round, Anthony Davis, LeBron are hurt. Second round, Jamal Murray's hurt. This round, Kawhi Leonard's hurt. Kawhi Leonard has not played a single game in this round. And if the Clippers win this series, people gonna have to. I'm even gonna have to retract some social media posts. Well, not retract, but I'm gonna have to give Paul George his props. No more way off peas and pandemic peas if the Clippers punch their ticket without Kawhi Leonard. So which I don't think it happened. I don't think it'll happen, but who knows? Because once again, the Suns have had an easy route, man. The Suns have literally had to start the best player or the second best player on the team hurt every series. I would hope you could breeze through the playoffs when that happens. And I ain't making excuses for the other teams losing or why they won. I'm just saying it's been an easier route. That is a fact. When a star player or your second best player of the team is hurt, it's easier. It's so much easier to beat a team. Unless you're deep, like the Clippers are, or like the Hawks are, And if Giannis doesn't play next game, the Bucks ain't gonna just lay down. The Bucks ain't just gonna lay down, man. Literally, they're 2 games away from the finals. They're 2 games away from the NBA finals. The Hawks and the Bucks. Nobody's laying down at this point. The Clippers ain't laying down. The Clippers are 2 games away from the NBA finals, and the Suns are 1 game away from the NBA finals. Ain't nobody laying down at this point. Not for a chance to be in the finals. And even when you get to the finals, ain't nobody laying down. I don't care who's hurt. Ain't nobody like Clippers make it, they ain't laying down. Hawks make it, they ain't laying down. Bucks make it without Giannis, they ain't laying down. Not in the finals. Why would you? So yeah, I'm gonna start ramping up these podcasts, especially when these big games happen and these upsets happen, which nobody counted the Hawks in whatsoever. Nobody on ESPN, TNT, any of the channels gave Fox Sports. Nobody gave the Hawks a chance. I didn't count them out totally, man, because I knew Lemon Pepper Lou was gonna start at point guard, and you still got Bogdanovich at 2 guard. You still got Herter off the bench. Cam Reddish couldn't have come back at a better time. So Lemon Pepper Lou and Cam Reddish pretty much made up for where they were lacking in Trae Young's scoring or assist or steals. And then they brought in, then Cam Reddish I forgot how many rebounds he had, but he had like 12 points. I want to say like 6 rebounds, 2 steals, a block in like 20 minutes. So he played some decent minutes straight off coming back off the injury. And Cam Reddish is a tall, long, guy. He could shoot. He could drive to the basket. He's good on breakaways. So yeah, man. And this gives Cam Reddish even more experience. Like now he actually gets to get some playoff experience. And he comes back in right into the thick of things in the Eastern Conference Finals, So Cam Reddish could turn out to be a very, very good role player. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that, how high his expectations were coming out of Duke when he was the 3rd best player of the team. And yeah, he was a lottery pick. But I just think like him playing at Duke showed like the way he played at Duke was going to be the way he was going to play through the pros. He wasn't going to be the number 1 or 2 option for any team. He was going to be your 3rd or 4th option, while he's on the floor. And that's fine. 3rd options are great, man. Everybody needs a 3rd option scorer. Can't win it with just 2 scorers. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is Triple P Paul Pickett Podcast. Don't forget to check out my websites, promopalace.biz if you need online marketing promotions. Check out newlitter.com for the New Litter apparel. And let me stand up and show you my New Litter t-shirts. You see the pit bull on the shirts for all you dog lovers or animal lovers out there. We got New Litter apparel, newlitter.com. We got t-shirts, hoodies, and we got jackets and shoes, and we got things for your dogs too, like dog bandanas and stuff like that, dog tags and whatnot. And we're gonna have a lot more items coming soon. Plus, cats will be included soon because cats have litters as well. There's a lot of cat lovers out there. And also check out, got to give shouts out as much as I can to the Dizzle brand. So check them out, dizzlebrand.com. That's the Dizzle liquor coming soon to ABC stores near you. And you can check out dizzlebrand.com. Follow them on their social medias. Check out the recipes that Dizzle Brand has and whatnot. And don't forget that the audio version of this podcast goes to Spotify, Apple, Deezer, Amazon, Slacker, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and a dozen other platforms. You can Google Paul Pickett Podcast, and a lot of things will pop up. And also, I know I'm forgetting one thing. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Hit the follow. The videos on Instagram and Facebook, our Facebook fan page as well, will have the videos on. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, this is Triple P, the Paul Pickett Podcast. Right now, really just the NBA playoffs. Football's right around the corner, and then we'll be getting into more football as that comes in, as more football news comes in. I get to that well. And next episode, I'm going to get into this Charles Barkley thing where he's retired in a couple years and give you my take on that. Once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Triple P, Paul Pickett Podcast. Hit that subscribe button, and I'm out.